What does porn glorify that actually isn't that great in practice? NSFW. Getting laid in unrealistic scenarios. Thanks for fixing my plumbing issues. How can I ever repay you? Start sucking dick. No bitch, pay me for my work or I'm gonna get evicted. I'm sure there was a Vine like this. Pizza guy walking in, hey, did someone order a pizza? Single quote. Scantily clad woman, I did, but I don't have any money. Then why the fuck did you order a pizza? Pizza guy leaves. Pizza delivery porn just isn't the same in 2020 when everyone's doing no-contact delivery. Sex on the beach, sand, or in a pool. Also those standing positions that are not very efficient. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating and it gets everywhere. Okay Anakin, we all know ya don't like beach sex, just be careful with your choking kink. All right? Greater than very bad joke, Obi-Wan muttered. Do you know? There are times when you and Bail Organa are uncannily alike. Greater than Anakin kept a straight face. Just thank you. Greater than, that wasn't a compliment, growled Obi-Wan. Gotta love Anakin. Shower sex. It's just not all that fun. Water strips away any natural lubricant you might produce. One of you is always going to end up wet and cold. Unless you've got an enormous shower. Anyway, and the slick floor means that falling is an ever-present possibility. I'm 31, man. I just wanna fuck in a bed. A nice soft bed with comfortable sheets. The Dre Monsieur. Loud, bombastic, over-the-top sex. Some people are loud. Some people like it rough. And some people are really aggressive, but not nearly as many as porn portrays. Not every guy has a 10-inch horse cock and not every woman is a one-in slut dying to consume aforementioned cock. Most sex is tentative, clumsy, and vulnerable. If it doesn't feel like your sex life is a constant porno, that's probably a good thing. But too many people, especially younger folks, don't know that. I know it's cheap to blame a larger social problem on porn, but it sure ain't helping. Greater than, most sex is tentative, clumsy, and vulnerable. I actually find that kind of beautiful. A lot of positions in porn are great for camera, but as a woman I can tell you some positions wouldn't feel like anything, much less girls scream moaning 2 seconds after they first start being stimulated. This is very true. Most positions in porn are made for the camera, especially traditional porn made for men. Only so the penetration in the actress face is visible in shot, and the mont's hairy ass is not. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it shouldn't be glorified. Anal is fucking amazing, says the gay Botto Monsieur, but it is really misrepresented. Every anal porn I've seen, the man or woman is just magically clean while not expecting anal. No. That isn't how it works. Ever. It takes a good long cleaning out process. Not to mention the stretching and loosening of the muscles. Anal is not just a sudden thing. People, stop presenting that way, please. For the sakes of all our asses. Greater than, please, for the sakes of all our asses. Amen. The unreal amount of pleasure involved as indicated by the extreme screaming and moaning. Like sex is awesome. But that awesome, really? Really? Tea kettle noises like damn, does someone need to call an ambulance? There ain't nothing wrong with getting a bit loud near climax. It's just when someone sounds like a clattering Volvo 240 with a bad power steering pumping hammered down a slalom course, it gets annoying. Face fucking, the gagging, the spit, the tears. Some people might be into that and that's great, but just no. No kidding. The amount of times I've come close to puking all over a lap. Nope. Insta Willy Wilter there. Incest. Yeah, it's overrated. My sister isn't even hot. Asterisk anal gape asterisk. Yeah, what the hell is up with that? In the 25 years I've had access to online porn, it's gotten more and more disgusting. I think it's because people get desensitized to what they see all the time. So people do weirder and weirder stuff to find hot. Lesbians with terrifying fake nails. Cum fountains splattering all over the place. Her face, her hair, the couch, the carpet. That's usually the guy on some serious semen-producing vitamins. Legit, they are no joke and they do work because I take them, monsieur. Perhaps one would mention said vitamins? Edit. Asking for a friend. Zinc. Losing your virginity gets a lot better after the 4th time. Dang. I only lost mine once. Did you find it again? I just ordered a new one off eBay. Edit. I would like to take this moment to thank my uncle for taking my first virginity. Is no one going to mention the double-handed Indian burn hand jobs given all the time? If your hands are dripping with lube, that's cool. Otherwise it's like you're desperately trying to get the label off of a soda bottle. For the longest I used to jack off without lube until I bought some and realized what I had been missing for so long. Also, it doesn't feel good when you got someone who can move their hand like a jackhammer. The friction fucking sucks, lol. All those weird positions. I ain't got the leg nor core strength for all that. They have some of the most uncomfortable position just to get good shots of the penetration. Sinking your meat into your GF or wife while not only over at her parents' for Sunday brunch, but at the same time we're out in the backyard having a picnic and fucking under cover of picnic tablecloth. Makes me think of those safe for work porn pics where they use MS Paint to draw over everything and turn it into funny scenarios. Are oddly specific. Tossing your straight pal an ice-cold beer while reminding him how cool blowjobs are and that there aren't any girls around. Skipping straight to sex. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes all you gotta do is breathe in my direction and I'm ready to go, but most of the time I need foreplay. Lesson of the day: don't underestimate the foreplay, it could change everything. Also, stop assuming that if it feels good for you, it must feel good for your partner too. Make sure you're there okay with being folded up like a lawn chair before you attempt to do it. Fucking in front of the salad. If we can watch a salad dress, the salad can watch us undress. Ass to mouth. Just know. Also, switching between holes. Once it goes in your ass, you need to clean up before sticking it anywhere else unless you want to get an infection. I'm surprised by how often I see this in porn. Just back and forth like fucking patty cake. Occasionally, in the heat of the moment, sex with people WHO or asleep unconscious is rape. Unless you have a very specific agreement with a partner you trust ahead of time. That's pre-consent and isn't what's shown in porn. Scissoring. It is really hot. But it's also an awful way to try to get off unless the two vulvas involved are set up in a very specific way and nobody has large labia. I used to think scissoring was just a porn thing. But then my ex told me she did it all the time and demonstrated it in everything. So now I'm confused. It seems impractical, but maybe it feels good. IDK. The seriousness. Sex can be serious business when you're in the mood for that, but more often it's a fun, playful experience. The butt slapping, the kissing, the verbal sparring you're having during foreplay. I also love to break the tension after we have both finally climaxed and will often make a joke or reference or just yell something silly. The first time I yelled "YEET" as I came, we both ended up laughing so hard we had tears in our eyes. This is my favorite comment in this thread, all because of the "yeet" part. LMFAO. Surprise gropings. It does not end well. Ugh. I had a gay friend who loved tacoing us girls and just going up and shoving his fingers up into our crotches. Joke. Like how guys punch each other in the balls. It really hurt. The one time it happened to me and I turned around and just kicked him in his balls. He stopped after that. Edit. I pointed out that my friend was gay because he used that to justify his actions and people excused him for being abusive because of it. I don't condone his actions. I reported him and they called it playing around like friends do. He got expelled later on due to sexually assaulting a football player in the locker room and sent to an alternative school. I'm sorry, what? Yep, you heard it right. He got away with it because he was gay, according to other girls. But I wasn't going to let that fly. He ended up getting himself expelled with other dumb shenanigans. That's sexual assault. It is. Hence why I didn't take it and got back at hi monsieur. My mother was a victim of sexual abuse and taught us that was a no-go. The school we went to sucked. It was depressing cause they built it in an old prison. Funding got cut a lot, so they pretty much didn't care about much. A kid had a list of people he was going to kill and the teacher just threw it away. A girl in the newspaper club threatened to bring a gun to school and shoot us for not attending her party, and they literally sent her home for the day to think about what she said. We had a bomb threat over the phone and they just gave us an hour-long lunch just in case. I did report him to the teacher on duty in the cafeteria, and all she said was, well, friends joke around, which makes me realize that I didn't really keep in touch with him after that. High school was a weird time. Gangbangs. They're probably extremely awkward and smell like butt. Yeah, I saw a post where someone in the industry said that the sets smell like ass, piss, body odor, and nasty veg. If the porn industry came with smell-o-vision, it would crumble to pieces. Don't remember who said it, but it makes sense. I don't really get cum shots. That shit is just for the camera. Yeah, it's freaky and fun to give a facial, but I'd rather cum inside than outside. Greater than I don't really get cum shots. You should put more effort in then. A lot of guys seem to be into that. Well, I wanna feel the warmth inside. Being bi. Sadly, it is not all threesomes. The doggy-style jackhammer. I'm not talking about rough fucking. I'm talking about a death metal drum machine pace. I have not met a woman who got anything out of that. My ex-GF's favorite sex position was doggy. The rougher it was, the more she enjoyed it. I'm more for gentle sexing, but she absolutely melted when death metal drum machine pace was involved. I don't understand either. What 90% of people are forgetting in this thread is that everyone likes different things. Lol. My girlfriend is the same. Would probably fuck a jackhammer if it were physically possible. And we both like a bunch of stuff other people in this thread have said are unrealistic or not pleasurable. People be freaky, man, haha. And you won't. That shit hurts. Even with an average size penis, let alone porn star size. Titty slapping. Vulva slapping. Spit is lube. Just go buy lube. Any activity with alien tentacles. You're just asking for trouble. Talk for yourself. Stepping on her face while doing her from behind seems a tad disrespectful. How the fuck do you do that? Our taxpayers. Cable guys. Yeah, they never show up on time. You mean, they never cum on time? Sex with strangers without condoms. Anal with no lube. Never tried it, but if I was to do so, no way that shit's going in dry. That could cause legit injury. You can easily tear the inner tissues and get an infection, and that can't be good. When you're fingering her and she moans like a motorbike. Not gonna lie, I was holding back my laughter. Having trouble picturing this. But next time my wife starts stroking me, I'm gonna start going vroom, vroom, and see how she reacts. I suspect badly, but I gotta know. Public sex. Knew a guy who had sex behind a building and ended up getting bit by a poisonous spider and had the gnarliest, pus-filled wound on the back of his leg. Ya just never know what could happen, lol. Had a friend that said he found a tick on his penis while having sex outside in the woods. They were too freaked out to continue. Huge dicks. For a very small number of people it works great. For most people it's just a lot of lube. Going slow. Discomfort. Going slow. Hitting a bad angle. Changing it up. Going slow. And not being able to hit the clit with the body. Looks good on camera, I guess. And easier to get a lot of those porn angles. I can't believe this hasn't been said. Sex with children. There is a huge amount of porn where there is naughty Catholic schoolgirl or a Girl Scout. Yes, the actresses are over 18 years old, but when people think Girl Scouts, they think of someone who's 12 years old. The same thing with naughty Catholic schoolgirls. They don't wear those skirts at 18. They are between 10 to 17 years old usually. Not only that, there has been an explosion in recent years of age play, not just on fringe dark websites, on mainstream porn sites. Porn stars with braces, which is typically associated with kids 12 to 16-ish. Sex scenes in rooms decorated like a child's bedroom, a here there pink with kids' sheets with stuffed animals etc. for decorations. There is an increasing amount of thumb sucking in these themed videos, which is associated with children 2 to 5 years old. There is also an increasing number of videos where the actress will wear a diaper and act like she's under 10 years old. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.